What's up, everybody? So you see the other therapists out there with their fancy looking blogs and you're thinking, that looks like a lot of work, and what good does it even do anyway? Let me tell you, starting a blog is totally worth it in private practice, but it doesn't have to take up all of your time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to work smarter, not harder, when it comes to starting a blog to market your private practice. Welcome to Private Practice Skills. I'm Dr. Marie Fang, psychologist in private practice. I post videos offering tools I learned the hard way about starting and growing private practice so that you don't have to. When I first started in private practice, I was an intern in a group practice with 15 therapists. We each needed to write a blog post once per year, just once a year. And inevitably, whenever it was my turn to write my blog post, I would be sitting staring at a blank computer screen thinking, I need to come up with the most impossibly profound thing to say in this blog post, and often I never even got it done. I mean, who can relate with that? But blogging does not have to be so tricky. Over a few years, I figured out a system where I only spend an hour at most writing my blog, and that includes the process of sharing on social media. I'm going to show you how to do it. But first, let's talk about why it's worth starting a blog. I mean, why does it even matter? There are so many reasons why it's worth starting a blog. I'm going to share just a few of my favorites here. Number one, more ways for potential clients to find you. Every time you post a blog post, Google sees that as a new web page affiliated with your site. The more web pages affiliated with your site, the more opportunities potential clients have to find your website in a Google search. Number two, boost your SEO. If you've watched my video about SEO, then you know how important SEO is to showing up in search engines. Every time you post a blog post, not only will that same keyword research make it easier for someone to find that post in a Google search, but the more web pages you have tied to your primary therapist business domain, the higher that website will show in search results. Google thinks you have more authority. Number three, build trust, both with clients and referral resources. Whenever I meet with a new client, I like to ask why they decided to choose me amongst the plethora of therapists in my area, and more often than not, someone will say that they were looking at a few different therapists, but they saw that I had a blog post and maybe that was just exactly what they're dealing with and needing to come into counseling for, or maybe my tone in the blog post helped them build a sense of trust with me, and that's why they chose me. Number four, offer resources for current and past clients. In seasons when clients aren't meeting with me at the moment, blog posts create a way for them to stay connected and also make an easier on-ramp for them to return to therapy if they ever choose to return in the future. Okay, this is the part that you've been waiting for. I'm going to share my tips to get you started with your first blog post. Number one, make sure that your blog is connected to your therapy business page. Most web service providers like Wix, WordPress, Squarespace, and others have a blog platform built in. You're going to want to use that rather than creating a separate domain name. The benefit of this is that having the blog tied with your main domain name helps boost that domain's SEO. Number two, write what you know. We're all an expert in something. So rather than try to focus on being like so-and-so over there who's really awesome at whatever, be yourself. When you are yourself and you bring that into your blog post, it's going to help save you time in writing that blog post, and it's also going to help potential clients see who you are. Number three, solve a problem. What kinds of problems do you see your clients experience in the therapy process? Think about those problems and see if there's any little tips or tidbits you could offer in a blog post to help address that issue. Now, the idea isn't to squeeze an entire therapy session in your blog post, it's just to be able to send somebody away with a helpful tool to solve that problem. Number four, do keyword research. I go over this in an earlier video, but you can see here that all the same tips from that video apply for each blog post. This is an important step, so be sure you check out that video and apply it to your blogs. Number five, keep it simple. Sometimes when I find myself getting stuck in the middle of a blog post, it can be a sign that I'm actually trying to cram in like 5 blog posts into one, and that just doesn't work. So if you come into that issue, try to parse out those separate blog posts, save them for another day, and just work on one simple item for now. Number 6, use copyright-free photos with the keywords in the title and the alt tags. I like to use unsplash.com to discover beautiful photos and credit the creator when possible. When you save the photo to your computer, change the title of the photo to your keywords or blog post title. Once you upload the video into your website editor, also include those same terms in the alt tags. Every website editor has a space for you to include an alt tag in your photo. Number 7, include keywords in your URL, title, meta description, headers, and tags, as well as organically throughout the post. This will help people find your post when they do a Google search. Make sure those keywords are an authentic reflection of what information exists in your post. If your keywords are misleading, people will click away from your blog post almost as soon as they arrive. This is called a bounce rate, and Google keeps track of this data and will cause your site to rank lower if people are clicking away from your page within a few seconds of arriving. Number 8, bonus if you can embed your own video utilizing the same keywords. More on this in a future video. Number 9, consistency is key. If you're finding all of these tips completely overwhelming, it's better to just go ahead and write a blog anyway. See what comes out, make mistakes, learn from the mistakes, and keep going. I'd rather you start a blog and do it imperfectly and grow than wait till you have the perfect blog together and potentially never do it. Well, I hope you found this video helpful as you start your blog in private practice. Until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you